In this video, I will be demonstrating how to work with records in Airtable's Gantt View. So first thing is understanding how to create a new record. There's two ways to do that. First is you can come to the upper left hand corner and click add a record. You can determine the name, start and end date, as well as the predecessors and the successors. One thing to note about these two fields is you don't necessarily have to have predecessor and successor fields in your table. You can link them through the chart only, and you won't need to have an additional field for those. So that's one way to create a task. The other way is to click and drag on the chart itself. This is going to give you the start and end date, and then you can choose the label, the name, start and end date, as well as the predecessor tasks again. In order to reschedule these tasks, click on the task itself and you can drag it back and forth to change the start and end dates. You can change the start or end date individually by clicking on the left or right hand side of the task and dragging the start and end dates to the desired date that you're looking for. In order to reschedule multiple tasks at once, simply click on your first task and then using the shift bar, holding down the shift bar, click on the subsequent tasks that you would also like to adjust, and then you can move them just like you're moving a single task back and forth. Do note that when you are moving tasks back and forth, it will adjust the successor and predecessor tasks. It will do this once you've exhausted the lag time between the two tasks. So as you can see, let's move this direction. This task and this task have a couple of days in between them. Looks like 5 days in between them. I can move this task back and forth as much as I want up until I reach that 5-day point. After that point, if I move it any further, it is going to also move this successor task forward a few days as well. It will not allow you to move your task beyond the start date of the successor task, and it won't allow you to move the task backwards so the start date is before the predecessor task. So that's two things to know about moving them back and forth related to the predecessor and successor tasks. If you do wish to move your task so that it creates an invalid dependency by, for example, moving this end date beyond the start date of this next task, all you need to do is click shift and drag the task, and it will allow you to create an invalid dependency. To fix this, you can click on this button and you will see this pane show up with the fix invalid dependencies button at the bottom here, and that is going to go ahead and correct your timeline. This will always preserve the start and end dates of the task you are selecting. It will only move the start and end dates of the predecessor or successor tasks. Last thing to know is that you can always search and find records in here by using the find a record field up here in the top left hand field. So if we can just select one of these, as you can see, it will find that task for you and pull it as the highlighted task on the Gantt chart itself. All right, so this has been working with records in the Gantt view. Stay tuned for the next video in the series.